losing control of my life.
Private equity's about the quick buck. Everything else be damned.
Problem with the system now is greed.
So, urban, suburban, exurban, rural, do we have a housing crisis in America?
Yes.
You didn't even hesitate there.
No, I don't hesitate.
Republican or Democrat, nobody wants affordable housing in their backyard.
There's no life like being homeless.
DemocracyNow.org, The War and Peace Report. I'm Amy Goodman. Housing advocates are calling on the Biden administration to address the soaring cost of rent with the same level of dedication he's shown to reducing gas prices. This comes as a new report shows evictions are spiking as rental protections disappear. A coalition of hundreds of tenant unions and housing activists call the situation a national emergency as rental costs rise at the fastest pace in 3 decades.
Housing market, millions of Americans are priced out of buying a home, often competing with all cash offers well above asking prices. And rents are skyrocketing too, causing overall housing affordability to collapse at its fastest rate on record.
A complete collapse of the rental market, because what many people don't understand is that not only are we in a home price bubble in America right now, we are also in a rental rate bubble where the typical cost of rent in America has gone up from $1,600 a month to over $2,000 a month. That's a massive 24% increase in just 18 months, which sounds bad on its own, but it's going to sound even worse when you realize that the average hourly wage in America has only gone up by 8% in the same time period. So literally, rents have gone up 3 times faster than wages, which means tenants can no longer afford the rent. A reality that is now starting to dawn on real estate investors in America, especially these big corporate landlords who have bought up homes all across the Sun Belt and the West Coast of the U.S. These landlords now are in a tough situation because not only are they seeing the value of their investment property decline, they are now seeing their cash flow decline through these evictions and rental defaults, especially in a state like Florida where rents have grown by an absolutely absurd amount since the pandemic started. For instance, in Miami, rents are up an absurd 48% over the last 2 years, while the average local wage is only up by 9%, meaning that rents have grown 5 times faster than wages. Similar situation is playing out in Tampa, where rents are up 43%, as well as in Orlando, where rents are up 36%. And inevitably, these huge surges in rental rates in such a short period of time are now causing big problems for these local housing markets, like evictions, foreclosures, and homelessness. One of the largest providers of homeless services in Central Florida is now warning of chaos as it sees a huge increase in the number of people finding themselves homeless. Why is there an increase in homelessness in Florida? Well, data from the University of Florida is now showing that the number of eviction filings has gone up 120% in Central Florida in 2022 compared to 2019 before the pandemic. It's important that you understand if your city is in the crosshairs of this rental eviction crisis, because if it is, you're going to see a host of different things occur.
The price of an apartment, like a 1-bedroom apartment, is like $1,200, and bills and childcare, like you can't live off of that and afford an apartment. And there's so many things that on top of everything, and the rents continue to rise. Like, something has got to give, because this isn't benefiting anybody but the people on top. We're trying to just tug at strings, trying to get the bare minimum, and nobody's listening.